Hello everyone, and welcome on this wonderful Monday. I hope you had a good start into your week, and we are going to continue in this live stream what we have been doing the last couple live streams. We are animating, and you can see me animating something in Blender from start to finish. I'll share my thoughts, my workflow, and everything that comes to mind that might be helpful to you as well when you're just learning how to animate. Or you just look for some entertainment, for someone to hang out with while you're working on your own animations. That, of course, is always also very lovely. Always happy to chat about anything art and animation related. So if you have any question related to these topics, we can of course dive into them. And I wanted to show you where we are at right now. So we have a 2D animatic. I'm so glad that we did that because that really helped me. It would have took forever to create these poses in 3D. I'm a 2D animator first, so it was really, really helpful for me to work in 2D first before we struggle with putting everything in the right position. So you should be able to hear some background music, and more importantly, you should be able to hear the audio clip that we're animating to. It's just an audio clip from an improv show called Very Important People, and the villain is being interviewed here, and I like this voice clip so much that I'm animating to it. So I'm stopping the music for a second, and you should be able to hear the dialogue.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply being absolutely correct.
Do you think?
Yes, I think that what you're hearing is just a person who knows beyond all doubt that they are right. Oh, isn't there a...
Yeah, so that's the clip that we're animating, so we have our work cut out for us here. We started a little bit already with the first parts here, so let's maybe flip through those and see what we have so far in 3D.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And
oh, that didn't. I tried to flip through in sync.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing?
Yeah, those are the poses that we have in 3D right now. I already put in the dialogue clip into Blender so we can move it around, move the clips around, and could already sync those up. Morgan is asking, what did you use to make the 2D animatic? I made the 2D animatic in Clip Studio Paint. At the moment, I'm very much loving Clip Studio Paint because, believe it or not, these beautiful pencil brush strokes are vector brushes, and I really love vector because you can just go in and grab a single stroke and do something with it. Which is really cool, and this way refine your drawing. I'm really loving that. Clip Studio Paint, it's a little bit odd for animation in places. For example, it doesn't have any keyboard shortcut set by default, which is something you should definitely set if you work in Clip Studio Paint more than just casually. But I can really recommend it. I'm really liking it. I really like the brushes. I really like the little tools and additions that are in here. The light table stuff is really awesome. So that's Clip Studio Paint, and now in Blender we're gonna put these onto the rigs. The rigs are from Blender Studio. These are free and free rigs that you can just download and use. You know what? We could actually spread out. Like, usually I don't like to spread out stuff on the timeline, but I think because we have a dialogue shot here and we already know on which accents we want to change the pose, I think I'm going to make an exception for dialogue shots. You can do that usually I'm a big a big fan of not doing timing and posing simultaneously. So as you can see, I have my poses one after the other here. And this is how I would usually always approach, especially body mechanic shots, shots that do not have dialogue. But since this shot does have dialogue, I think we can go in and already spread it out to match the dialogue. Yeah, and then we'll also see what's going on with the timing. Oh, I was not very good at always setting the keyframes, so let's make sure we have everything keyed. Wonderful. Just to make sure everything is keyed. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, I guess I'm just gonna slide everything over for now. Oh, this will give us some horrible motion tweening, but, yeah, to have it not look too silly, we're gonna change all of the keys right now to constant. So they are being held until a new key comes along. So let's see where we're going to put this.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of...
And then for malice, we're gonna pop into this one.
Of malice in...
So I want to make sure that everything is on odd frame numbers, because we're starting with 1 right now. 0 is not on the timeline. You can go to 0 in Blender, but our animation is starting at 1. So we're gonna use the classic distance of odd frames. That will make it a lot easier to always put frames in the middle between 2 frames, because you will always have an exact middle. So let's yeah, and you have this if you mix them, if you mix uneven and odd frames, you don't always have a perfect middle, so we have to decide for one of them. I'm deciding to use the odd frame numbers. So,
oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice?
And then for voice, we're going down. Maybe here, 67.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And
maybe earlier.
Malice in that voice? And
for there never is.
That voice? And there never is.
Let's see.
And there never is. There really never is.
Okay, so now we can always play this and it will already be in sync with the dialogue.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is. So what is...
Wonderful. Good, so we can always have a preview in time with the dialogue. Good. So now we're actually cutting over to the other character, and we have not done very much with her yet. We just kind of placed her like aside here. She doesn't even have her chair yet, so let's duplicate his chair and bring that in. And make sure our scene is set up. Let's leave pose mode here. We should actually, this view should stay in camera view, so we always see the camera how we should. And now let's actually give her the position that she's actually going to have. So the question is also if we're gonna fake the perspective a little bit, or if we're gonna have realistic setup here. So I think I want to just set them dead across from each other in the coordinate system. So if you look at the world coordinate system, we don't want to have them slanted to the coordinate system. So if we have something like this, the problem is now if we want to move a character forward, like a character is leaning forward or doing a motion forward, it's now a motion over two axes, over the green and the red axis, Y and X. Whereas if we keep it like this, whenever the character is moving forward, pushing something right forward, it's always going to be just the y-axis. And if they push just to the right, it's always going to be just the x-axis. So I would rather make the camera angle a little bit wilder and not align with the axis than the characters, because this way I make sure that all my curves are a lot easier to read and a lot easier to handle. And speaking of which, you can already see that I rotated her a little bit. Gabby is the rig's name, and that we should definitely not do. So maybe let's try the more or less realistic seating first, see how that looks. I'm going to the top with 7. I can actually show you like my keyboard presses, and let's maybe also put a circle around the mouse, because that might be a little easier. Okay, so numpad 7 to see the scene from above. And now let's make a more or less realistic seating, just putting her right across. Let's take back the rotation, or go full 180. Yeah, that's better. And now I guess this would be the distance they would have during an interview. Maybe a little further back. We could also think about, maybe we want to put some props in between them. Maybe we want to put a little like coffee table thing in there. I think that could be kind of cute. But for now, I wanted to focus on the animation. And you know what? I don't think we have a parent yet for the chair, so let's parent everything to the board at the bottom. What was it? Control P, set parent to object. There we go. And then was it Shift D or Alt D? There was one of them which would turn them into like exact copies that would just be an instance of each other, and if you change one, you change the other. But I don't remember what it was. Oh, and also we forgot the back of the chair. Just to see if that was the right one. Okay, so Shift D seems to be the one that breaks the link. Or maybe I misremember that. Yeah, we still wanna parent this to the bottom of the chair. There we go. Now everything should... Oh, we forgot all the other parents. Okay, maybe we undid too much. I think that's probably what happened here. Nope, not you. Nope. I should probably set up some layers. I've been too lazy to do that yet because we don't really have much going on that could be selected. So, selecting the chair. Yeah. Okay. And now we can duplicate this. I guess it's Alt D then, or Shift. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Let's put this under Gabby. Mirroring the whole thing. Transform. No, mirror. There we go. Always forget which is the right one. It must be Y then, right? Yeah. And there we go. And her legs are longer. We could make the chair bigger for her, taller for her. Maybe we could give her a different chair later, but maybe it will look. It will be an interesting contrast between the two characters if she is actually a little taller. So let's see. Enter pose mode and sitting her down. Yeah, no, I think that works. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Probably also, yeah, in her pose, she's very relaxed. Is that already? Yeah, that's the next pose that we're going to put her in. So she would be. Maybe let's put her a little more forward so we can really lean her back. Once again, I don't use the back FK. Oh, is there one lower? Is there one more hip controller that's lower, or do we just rotate the hip controller we just had? We might just rotate this hip controller, huh? Yeah. She might not be made for sitting down so much, but yeah, we gotta. Oh yeah, and then this is the shirt already, and we kind of need the shirt to be there to make it not look too awkward. But I think this gives her a very nice curved back. Yeah, I think this is going to work really well as a curved back. And we still can slide her a little bit back. So let's do that. Until, oh, she's clipping through the chair. We don't want that. So like this. Wonderful. I haven't animated in 3D for a while. Do you do folded arms in FK or IK? Probably. Not sure what would be better. Oh man, I haven't done anything in 3D in a long time, so it's about time. But yeah, it's coming back. So let's see what is happening after that initial pose.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
Okay, so we can definitely use inverse kinematics when the elbow is on the... Although, actually, that doesn't help us much for the elbow. But definitely for that other arm, if that is nailed to her hip or the side of her body. So, that is definitely something we can do. Let's have a look at our main rig controls. There we go. By the way, if you have any questions about art and animation in general, or you just saw a good animation recently, let me know. We can talk about all kinds of animation and creativity and art topics. I'm always up for a chat. Just let me know if you have anything of interest, or if you have any questions about anything that I'm doing. I'm always happy to talk more about it. So here's the upper arm. Let's bring that down, and then we're gonna get her into the folded arm position. I think it's probably better to do FK this way. If we move the upper body some more, it will definitely follow the chest. So that is something that could be very useful for a little bit of like breathing and keep alive motion. That might be a very good thing to do. So, getting the arm over. This is not too bad. We just need enough space for the other arm, and then of course it also needs to fold into the other. Our arms are a little bit short. They can be stretched. We can just pull them out if we need to. But maybe it looks kind of cute if she needs to bring the arms that far forward. So let's see. Okay, so now we're already seeing that a character with fingers takes a little bit more posing effort than the other character. It's gonna be some work to make it fold in there nicely, but we can do it. I wonder how they want the stretch. Okay, we can just pull it out. Can just pull it out. I guess scale doesn't scale doesn't make any sense. We make her a little beefy. That's kind of cool that it works like that. Oh, we could probably have some fun with that. This works surprisingly well. But yeah, not today. We're not goofing off here. Not goofing off. And maybe I also only lengthen her lower arm to make it... Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. I see. That doesn't lengthen her lower arm. But the wrist might lengthen her lower arm, right? If we put the wrist, if we force the wrist in the position where it needs to go, yeah, that could work. It also stretches the clock, so we should not overuse this one. I see. Okay, so bring this out a little bit more, bring this up a little bit more, and then we can fold this forward. Not too much. Okay, after a while the sleeve doesn't follow. I already saw that there are sleeve controls if we really need to change that. Alright, so I'm not quite sure, like in some rigs you shouldn't move the elbow quite as much, like you shouldn't rotate it too much. But this is actually how it would be with a human. When you turn the wrist, you use your elbow mostly. Oh, we don't have any music no more. Where did the music go? Here, there. Back to the music. Okay. Yeah, I think this was a good choice to keep it FK, because then we can move the upper body, have like some shoulder settling and stuff like that. But first we need to really get this where we want it to. So, making them both longer. There we go. Now we can rotate it to the max. And rotate this to the max. Squeezed a few inches more out of this. Looks like we don't get around stretching her wrist to make it meet the arm on the other side. Clutch. Not that. Here. Is that the wrist? This is the wrist. What an odd angle. Oh, because it's already rotated, I guess. Because it's already rotated, we're going over 2 axes. We almost got it! We're definitely going to save this pose after we've done it. Okay, so what is the best way to move her, to curl her fingers? Are there like finger curl controls? I haven't looked into that yet. Doesn't look like there are. So I guess we're doing that the old-fashioned way, selecting the fingers and curling. Have we selected something that we didn't want to select? Okay, now curling all the fingers, but not curling that. That wasn't our goal here. Oh, okay. Good, 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 good. I think that could already look quite nice. I want to have some variety in the fingers. Oh, I don't want to move the arm like that. Good. Okay, maybe we really want to curl the first finger. I think that could look quite good if we have a hand shape that wraps all the way around here. And then it fans a little bit. Yeah, that's not too bad. We are getting there. Now the other question is, how do we get her? I kind of should flip the hands because she's using this hand to do some gestures. Hi, Animation Premium XD. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Can I just flip the pose? I think I can. I think they're correctly named for that to do. So let's bring that over to the other hand, if that works. Pose. Copy pose, and let's see if that works. Copy post flipped. That's a bit too flipped. Look. Okay. Nope. So we actually want this arm to be the one that goes over, and then the other one will be the one that is tucked under. The other arm will be the one. take this one and we come, how does it work? We come over from the other side. Come over from the other side. There we go. Zoop, zoop. And we're gonna tuck it in. Swap. Okay. Oh boy. Correcting the thumb a little bit. There we go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Getting closer. Pixel by pixel, we're getting closer. This is crazy how much work 3D is. I drew, like in the time that we're posing this character in 3D, I probably have drawn this like 5 times. But of course 2D animation adds up in other ways. But it's just sometimes crazy how much you spend on just moving things a little bit here, a little bit there. All the techniques have advantages and disadvantages. But it's nice to dive into all of them. Okay, now we get a little bit more of a feeling where these should go. So again, I think I'm gonna do a classic breaking the shape with a more straight finger, what we already did on the other side. So that's going to work quite nicely. We just need to really tweak it to the right position. Maybe we can also move this one out a little more. Her arms are so much longer than they usually are in the rig, but that's fine, that's fine. Little bit of cheating for the perfect pose. What does the X-ray say? Let's see. Oh, so much going on. Here's the finger. Ah, that's a problem. Her arms are so short and her hands are so big in relation to the arms. That is what is making it extra tricky. Are we really as bent in as we can be? I guess so. Okay. Go in. Let's switch off the X-ray. And now we're about to meet the fingers there. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, I only speak English. No idea what the new arrival in the chat wants to tell us. Nevertheless, hello, hello. Nice to see any and all viewers. So So, how is everybody doing? How did you start into the week? What we can do though is go under the arm here a little bit. I think that is nice. And we can rotate the wrist a little bit. Ah. Now it's fitting more. It does look a bit awkward. We're not quite there yet, I guess. And maybe we can relax this wrist a little bit. Where's the wrist controller? This is not the wrist controller. This is? Okay. And then the whole thing under here. Okay. Oh, we can't forget to reset all the stuff that we're doing here, because otherwise it will be very, very messy. We've twisted and turned everything to go really, really crazy. Okay. All right. Now, that doesn't look too bad. Now let's have her lean a little bit over, because that's how we planned that. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. We should actually pick the camera angle now. So we're going from whatever the camera angle was before to the new camera angle. We should actually parent the rigs to the chair as well, so I can just move the chair in and out whenever we need to move the scenery. Okay, so let's parent her entire rig in object mode to the chair plate. There we go. And now everything moves with the chair, and same for Lunti. Taking the whole thing and parenting it here. Good. Now we can always move them in and out as we need. So when her part is over at frame 187 is the cut. So at frame 187, 180. First of all, end frame is going to be a lot later. Let's put in 350 for now. Now, what did I say? 187. 187. This is the frame where we move Lunti's chair out of the way. Location, and same with her. And actually we need to set a start frame too, right? For Lunti's chair at frame 1. Here, location, and the same for the camera. Location and rotation. And when we reach 187, we move her chair. Okay, so first of all, for this one, she needs to be a lot further back. We already animated everything to this camera position, so we have to move her back till it looks good. Yeah, like here. I think that might be nice. We can tweak that later. I think it would be nice if we could actually see her ear. I think that would be good. And next camera position would be here. And following the rule of the axis, we can only place something on the other side. Oh, that kind of works though. We need to move the wall. We need to move the wall. And we could just move permanently for now. She needs to be on the left side very clearly. We want to move the camera. There we go. Camera. Okay. And I guess she will have her own lighting as well. Thank you, Kasif. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that's nice. And I think the pose is already quite good. Like, I think we're getting close to what we wanted with her here. So, I think we have to make her legs a little bit more interesting. They were very parallel in the they were kind of parallel in the drawing as well, but maybe we can do something more interesting with them that isn't too wild. So, oh, there's a foot roll here. That's pretty helpful. Where are the... Oh, first we should actually save a new version. So let's save this as version 3. Before we go any further, always good to save so you don't lose anything. X-ray. Okay, so fanning the feet a little bit either inwards or outwards. So maybe we can... Oh, I think that might look nice to have a little bit of an angle here. Ooh, I love this difference in angle. That's kind of nice. I think I like that. Let's see what happens when we turn that foot a little bit. not. One thing we could also change is the knees. Actually, right now they're only pointing straight out. So playing with that will maybe reveal something nice. Now I wonder if you can curve her even more back to really get that like lean back. I don't believe you kind of pose even stronger. What would we have to do for that? So we can rotate that one even more. That might look a little more pleasant with the seeing that much of her shorts. I feel like might make more sense in perspective this way. We can also rotate her to the side. Do we already do that here? No, that doesn't make any sense. But here, that could work. The arm looks a little funky here from all the transforming that we did. Can we cover that up a little bit? Maybe like that. Yeah, how much lower we can still go with the arm? We need to curl her wrist more, or we could actually do a fold over the arm. That would be here. That might work better, huh? And then we can take some of the stretch back. Okay, then there's a shoulder controller here. Here. We could also translate this. Give her a little bit of like a very curved spine. And then we can either lean into it with the head or do the opposite. I think we did pretty good here in the drawing. We should keep the tilt to the left. There we go. And then wrapping the thumb over, I guess, to the side. So I guess the title of this live stream, Folding a Character's Hands, is kind of most of what we did so far. But I tell you, it's worth it. It's going to be worth it. It's going to look so nice. I wonder if the camera angle is a bit too too steep. Maybe a tiny bit more frontal. A teeny tiny bit. Let's try that before we do too much. Yeah, then that's the problem we're gonna face. It is working, I think. I think we can also see, in order for it to look dead on, she needs to rotate the head. So let's go to pose mode, select the head, and if we check from up there, we can see that to look straight forward, yeah, she needs to look a lot more over there because she's kind of leaning away. She could also have like a looking down and then up kind of look, which makes it a little bit more hostile. I don't want to look at make her look too tense, because I don't think she's like that tense. She's just like not believing this character. It's just like, whatever. You're telling weird stuff. Let's get back to the controls of the feet. Maybe I think the feet will also, since we have so much tension in the so much tension in the upper body, I think the lower body is a good way to take some of that tension out. Let's see. Yeah, having her slouch back a little more, that might be better. Okay. Does anyone know a good like selection picker for Blender, or like what is the current best practice on how to do that in Blender? Because I really need to build some selection sets for me. I think the facial expression is what's really going to sell this. So let's see how we can do this. So I think it should be relatively sharp. Oh no, what's happening to her eye? I think I read somewhere that there's a fix for this. Question is, do we want to have sharp corners? Do we want to do something like something like this? Or do we want to have it kind of gently curved? I think this could be working. Now for eyebrows, I think it's always important to imagine that they connect, that they form one like unibrow. I think in my experience, that gives you the most interesting or not visually jarring poses. Oh, what happened to her freckles? She had freckles here. And it looks like they're now up there. Well, we gotta look into that later. Okay, and for this one, I think I want to have a kind of unimpressed mouth for her. Why is the mouth not wrapping properly? Did I change a setting? I know that there was a lot of like settings on Lunte for how to keep the mouth on the surface. It's really an adventure with every single character. Here are the close controls. That's good if we need to change something. So somewhere there's hinge. Let's have a look in these properties. Bunch of IK stuff. That's not what I'm looking for. Face quality, eye parallax. Face quality doesn't really help. Okay, so I have to manually make sure that everything works. There we go. Oh boy. Okay. But yeah, I do like her attitude. I think that's coming across quite nicely. Let's make sure her eyes actually look at him. So I guess we would go a little... Oh, this is the entire eye. Where is the pupil? Let's maybe switch X-ray off. Is this the pupil? No, this is the entire eye. The green one. The green one should be it. I see. Oh. We can't go all the way to the side. Okay, I guess I don't actually need to go inwards there. Does it make a difference if I pull the pupil out or not? No, you can't. That's kind of what I was expecting or hoping for with the others, that you don't have to do that. But something is not quite right here. Okay, let's make sure her pupils connect. This. What happened to her freckles, though? There must be a controller who... Oh. Look at this. If I translate the character, it also somehow moves the freckles. Something is wrong here. Well, I wanted to ask for help from some riggers anyway, because we still need, for Lunte, we need finger controls. So, looks like that might be a little more work than anticipated. But I think we're almost done with her pose. These arms. So much work to make them match. But I think we got it. We got it now. Okay, of course we also need to step all the keyframes that we just placed. So changing them all to constant keyframes. And then we can cut into our pose. Let's see how that looks. But first we save.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that?
Oh. Did we...
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
Did we skip? Everything's a bit shifted. How did that happen?
Not malice.
It's...
Do we have to switch it to real-time preview somewhere? Where was that? Playback... Because I remember something from my time way back when you had to tell Blender to actually not skip frame, or to skip frames to keep the real time. I would expect this somewhere here. Is it here? Oh, pose assets. No. Let's ask Dr. Google real quick. Where do we have it? Blender 3.6. Play real time in sync audio. How to sync animation from playback menu in the timeline and set playback sync to sync audio. That doesn't help me. Where is it? Audio scrubbing, that's good. We might need that at some point. Subframes we don't wanna... play every frame. No. Sync to audio is what we want.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing?
There really never is.
Then let's switch here. Okay.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
Wonderful. I like it. it was worth it. It was all worth it struggling with this pose. I think it immediately brings her energy across.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
Yeah. This is, I think, how I want to have it. All worth it. All worth it. Save it real quick. All right. Just letting you know, for anyone who might be interesting, if you are interested, if you are an artist and you're struggling with an animation or just a story idea or character design, we do have a group mentoring here on Animator Island. You can find out more about it on animatorisland.com/group mentoring as part of the Patreon group mentoring tier. You can join, and then every month we meet in a group call, and you can present whatever you're currently working on. That could be an animation, a story idea, a work in progress shot, just the concept of something, and I can give you my feedback, help you to improve it, and help you to make it even better and sharpen your skills. That sounds interesting to you? Please check out patreon.com/animatorisland. And of course, any support on Patreon is always welcome. You don't have to join in the group mentoring tier. There are also other tiers if you just want to keep the live streams coming. Yeah, and this way we can always continue to work on fun projects like this one, and I will have much more time to create new tutorials in the future. Wonderful. I would say we do a little break real quick, and in like 5-ish minutes we're going to continue so that we at least get all her poses for that little segment in there. See you in a little bit. And welcome back. We are jumping right back into the next pose with our animation here. Let's bring that up again. I want to watch it one more time. I really like how it's coming together.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's
Very nice. Like it very much. Let's jump back into the 2D animatic to see what the plan was here.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not?
Okay, so for hearing at 164, so I guess we're gonna make this 165. We have the pose here. Maybe we should have another look at her facial controls. I don't like how the teeth are cut off there. Is that how it has to be, or is this something we can still change? No, it's pretty much cut off like that. Oh man. Okay, so after a while the teeth are actually curved to come forward. So maybe this is too far. Yeah, that works better. Is there a mouth position? This is the teeth, right? And this should be the bottom teeth? No, what is this? Tongue. Oh, okay, tongue. Ah, the tongue, her tongue is like a shader based thing. This is the mouth bottom hook. There's not like a complete mouth control, is there? So I guess we have to just take everything and oh, how fun with everything not curving right. Maybe a local is also the wrong mode to choose for this. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're curving this. We are curving this back. And then we need to bring this out. I guess the bottom is more the problem here. Oh no. I was hoping that her mouth would be a little easier. Oh, there is a root for the mouth. So let's undo all of this, so maybe the root will work better. This. This is the root. Moving it over. Okay, that works better than what we had before.
there really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not?
Never is.
So what is that I'm hearing?
Hearing. And for hearing, we bring the mouth to the other side. Here, now it curves. It curves how it should. And moving this a little bit. Up. So the tongue, we're gonna have, the tongue is a shader thing. We have to look into that with the rendering on. But we're gonna do that later.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not?
Keyframe type, constant. How do we set constant as the default? So maybe in the preferences? Animation, default interpolation, constant. Default handles, I guess clamped. Auto clamped, no, let's use... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much anyway at the moment. Let's keep auto clamped for now.
Ever is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing?
Hearing. And we're gonna move the entire... Gonna move the entire head a little bit forward, a little bit more to the center, and I think tilting it down to make it more aggressive works quite well. Oh, there's a bit of activity in the chat. Nice, nice, nice. Using active tool for transformations. I have to say, I don't know it any different. I learned the first couple scenes that I did wasn't even in Maya. I don't know, was it Cinema 4D? It was something with a really good active tool, and yeah, it stuck with me in 3D. I always fall into this. Yeah, correctly. Animatic was made in Clip Studio Paint. Hey Danush, it's personal work. It's just something for fun. It's with rigs that you can download for free on Blender Studio, and it's just like you know, because the 11-second club isn't active at the moment. I just picked a voice clip myself that I wanted to animate to. So let's bring this back to 0 and open this up. Same here. Oh, what am I doing here? I wanted to get this eye. What is happening here? Do I select something else here? Huh. Oh, it's the location of the object. I see. Let's switch this to something else so it doesn't distract me again. So I think it could be actually interesting to have her open her eyes, but lowering her brows. I think that could be nice. Yeah. So here it kind of works to like everything stays on the geometry. Or maybe we really raise it up. And then we could have a nice little flash. Ooh, what's happening here? We missed by 1 frame. Maybe it would be a good contrast to actually tilt her head up. Let's see how that works.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not mad? So what is that I'm hearing?
Might be too much of a change.
What is that I'm hearing, if not? What is that I'm hearing?
No, it does need to be a little more forward. And there will be, the next one will be more.
So what is that
in
I'm
contrast.
hearing, if not? So what is that I'm hearing? If
What is that I'm hearing, if not malice? Let's actually bring some motion into her shoulder area.
What is that I'm hearing, if not? What is that I'm hearing, if not? What is that I'm hearing, if not?
Okay. I'm not quite sure about the pupil. I think I want her to have the pupil touch at least one side. Do we have the same problem with the eye coming out as we have with the mouth and the teeth? No, it looks like the mask is just cutting off there. Alright, I guess we have to live with that for now, but eventually we might find a solution.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not mad? So what is that I'm hearing, if?
Okay, and then for hearing, as planned, we're gonna fan out the fingers. So I'm gonna fan them out. I guess this one is the lowest of them. How does it look if we overstretch her fingers? I guess the top one needs to really overstretch. Yeah, I think this could work very well. And then we have a really stress the word. Oh, we have both top fingers overstretch.
What is that I'm hearing, if not mad? What is that I'm hearing?
So maybe a little bit earlier. Now I'm doing timing. See, that's the problem. You should not get caught up into timing during the posing phase.
What is that I'm hearing, if not?
Yeah, I like it.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not?
I guess now to get more contrast, we need to move this one down.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not?
Oh, nice. I think it's a nice little, like in the 2D version it's almost too much of her fingers all of a sudden splaying out, but
What is that I'm hearing, if not?
in the 3D version it's a nice little secondary detail.
What is that I'm hearing, if not? What is that I'm hearing, if not? What is that I'm hearing, if not?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's nice.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not mad?
I think something of the contrast of the facial expressions doesn't quite work for me yet. So I think what we're doing is we do bring the eyebrows down and have a little bit more of like a neutral. I mean, she could be a little bit, tiny bit hostile. I just don't want her to feel like really actively, like she's not afraid, she's not proactive yet. She's just kind of like, huh, this show off, this dude. Yeah, that works well. Good old flipping. And then last but not least, we have a third pose for her, really leaning forward. And now we need to get rid of a lot of stuff that we did before. I think I'm gonna go back to resting pose for most things and build our new pose from there. Let's try that. Let's get the selection going. And I guess like the entire upper body, but not the hip, but not the hip. Where? This one. And I accidentally selected this one again. Now let's go back to rest pose. Apply. How do I go back to rest? Oh boy, I haven't been in Blender in a long time. Apply pose as rest pose. No. I want the opposite. Clear transform? Okay. Yeah. Kinda. No, that's exactly what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. This is just how it looks. So now she is leaning forward and to the side. So here, there we go. And I guess she can really lean forward like this. We should definitely adjust her her chest area to get over the side of the chair here, and tilting this back. You see all the transformation we did with the wrist and everything. All that is back to normal. I think that was the best thing that we could do because we messed up so much for that pose. What is this? This is nothing I should transform. Not sure we're gonna have enough space for this. Not sure how practical it's gonna be to put the arm inside. I mean, I guess you can also kind of lean it onto the chair. And then you turn the finger inwards, I guess? Like this? This is how the elbow turns, right? I don't want to turn the wrong way. What is this controller? The green one. Oh, this is the wrist. Oh, let's reset this. There's too much going on here. And just turn it over. Look at this. Okay. Turning inwards, but not too much. There we go. And then we turn this back. I'm so glad that I made these animatic drawings. Otherwise, I would be so unwilling to try anything because everything takes forever. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. Okay. We're getting there, we're getting there. Now we just need to relax that hand, and then we're pretty much there, I think. So, finger curl, finger curl. Finger curl, finger curl. Maybe this one a little bit more, and then another one a little bit less. And my cat is waking up and probably wants to go outside soon. Want me to open the outside world for you, cat. Oh, she's sitting right in front of me. That's very sweet. Can you see her? No. There she is. This is Rainbow. She's sweet. Most of the time. And there. And here. Okay. And now she gets this like really investigative look, I guess. Inquisitive. We're gonna see how we actually get all her hands and yeah, how we get the hands there. All her hands. But I swear 2 hands are enough. We could also reset the foot control and just see where it gets us. So make them both visible, the IK targets for the feet, and get them to... My cat is looking at the mouse ring, so I better switch it off. Not that she's starting to attack it. Oh, did I want to do pose? Clear transform. So... And then I guess we also relax these. Let's see where the standard pose gets me. Not bad, not bad. A bit too uniform. Okay. Now let's mirror that pose from the animatic a little bit more. Go really provocative, kinda. Does it make sense to rotate the mouth? I think it's probably better to keep the teeth straight-ish with the skull for some realism. Do we really tilt the head up so much? And again, we go in this pose. Oh, what is happening there? Oh, those are separate. So I have to move them both down? Okay, I see. Now we need to make it so that we can see the white a little better. And of course, going really strong on the eyebrow. Huh. I think this kind of works. These freeforms can really, really change. Maybe if we narrow things a little bit. If you just tweak it a little bit, you get a different facial expression. So crazy. How just a little bit can make a huge difference. And we definitely need an asymmetric mouth shape. Okay. Oh no, did we overwrite? We overwrote a pose. We overwrote a pose. Let's see if we can get it back. So let's copy this. Go back in time. Oh my. Is there a history panel in Blender? Not that we can tell anything from it, it will all just be... we did a lot of steps for the arm, if we can get back that far in time. My cat is annoyed from this. She doesn't like that. No, this is as back as we can go. Yeah, paste from the future. Oh no, you see, if oh boy. I lost both poses now. Man! Okay, so first of all, here we're gonna do the other pose. Key all frickin' channels and also call key all channels here and then key all channels here. I need to be more careful. Need to be more careful, guys. But real quick, we can do it. Doing some speed posing here. Yeah, usually my workflow is I don't do much in timing yet. I usually do pose 1 on frame 1, pose 2 on frame 2, pose 3 on frame 3. And that doesn't guarantee you that you're not accidentally overwrite a pose with auto key, but yeah, I do have it in my workflow very much to always advance a frame before I do something. And unfortunately, I didn't do that yet. Yeah. But we're not gonna dwell too much on the past. Oh, those fingers are still not curled. Here we go. It will save us work later, so let's not be too superficial here. Okay. Pull this as far as I wanted, I think so. But what did we do here? We went there and a little bit down, a little bit down. Oh boy. A little bit down. Fortunately, we have some epic music. That's always good. Going really narrow here. But yeah, it's also the first time animating this character, so I'm sure there will be many instances where it'll be like, oh, this could have been easier. Where's the eyebrow? Here. Here. And up. I almost like this facial expression more. This is why I'm often not that disappointed if I have to do a pose again, because usually you do it better the second time, and you dare to push the pose a bit more. Yeah, what we didn't do is we didn't reset the feet yet. Doing that now. Pose, transform, no, clear all. And yep, and a little bit more there. Let's see what we can do with the angle of the foot here. Maybe like this. Okay, and now for the variation pose, but we did it very quickly by just tilting this area a little bit, tilting the head a little bit more. And tilting. Then we had this lovely over the top. Oop. And in the future, when we do a new pose, we're gonna key it first.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not math?
Oh, if not malice, that's not right with the timing. 87.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not?
The head tilt is too much. We don't need it that strongly, I think. So let's actually only get the selected and change those. Copy them from the post before and just go ever so slightly.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not?
It can be a little bit more.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply...
Maybe a little later. That I'm hearing. Oh. To make sure we see everything. And then not shifties, but here.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
Oh, I'm already looking forward to the breakdowns. It's gonna be so interesting to get her from here to here and have all this stuff happening with her arms and her legs. We still have a lot to plan in there, but I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be quite nice. Let's try to maybe push up her eye a little bit.
Ever is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply
malice.
I wonder if just a little bit more.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
Again, I'm not working on the right frames.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
And for hearing, we wanted to open the eyes, right? That's something that we hadn't done yet here. What is that if I'm hearing? We wanted to move the the mouth over to the other side. Hearing. Is it right that this is rotated? No. It looks rotated, but it isn't. Okay. No. What is happening here? I wonder if there's like a mouth option controller that I didn't quite see yet. That could help to prevent whatever is happening here. Okay, let's reset everything again for the eyes. There we go. Here and here and here. Pose. Clay transform all. Oops. We don't want to have this one. There. Transfer clear transform all. What? Did I select more instead of less? Last try. Post clear transform all, and then I'm gonna do my selection again. Okay, tilting it up, just wanting... Ah, it selected the... It did select the back. Again. Okay, now select, nee, pose, clear transform, all. Okay, how do I get really rounded eyebrows here? Okay, that will, I think, give some much needed variation. Oh, I like having them curved differently to a different degree. Okay.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
Something is not quite right with the angle. Again, working on the wrong frame. There we go.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice? So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
Yeah, I think we're getting closer. Really, really nice.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply being...
Yeah, I think the translation into 3D is working really well.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply being... Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply... Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply being...
Yeah, coming together. It is coming together. So if you enjoy these kinds of live streams, please consider supporting us. You can always help us out a lot by giving a little bit on Patreon, that patreon.com/animatorisland. Every money you give there will help me to make more live streams, more tutorials. I really want to use all the experience that I now gain back, because, you know, I used to animate in Blender in 3D, but now I really try to refresh it all to come up with new and awesome tutorials for you guys. Yeah, and if you are working on your own project, if you have an animation, character design, a story idea, whatever it is you're working on in the big area of art and animation, you can submit to our group mentoring. In the group mentoring tier on Patreon, there's a monthly group mentoring call that you can join and present whatever you're working on and talk about what you're struggling with. And I will give you my input. I will draw over your animation, annotate, and help you to improve it, and not only improve the current project, but also give you some guidelines on how to sharpen your skills in general. So that if that sounds interesting to you, please check it out on animatorisland.com/group mentoring. And yeah, other than that, we will always continue on this channel with lots of free tutorials and live streams like this one. So, I think this is a good stopping point for today. Let's have a last look once again at our animation, see what we accomplished so far.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply...
Yeah.
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply being...
Yeah, I think it is looking quite good. I'm very, very happy with it. Looking forward to continue to work on it. Down in the video description, you can see the next live stream dates already scheduled. I think there's one on Friday, same time. Yeah, really looking forward to continuing this project with you all. If there are any last questions about art and animation, I could maybe answer one more, but I don't see anything right now. If not, there's always the option to ask next time. I really like chatting with you guys about film and animation, everything in general, how to become an animator, how to overcome certain creative obstacles. We can always chat about all these topics. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Always happy to see you again. And yeah, keep on animating on your own projects. Good luck with everything you do this week, and see you on Friday. Bye bye!
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply being absolutely correct.
Do you think?
Oh, isn't there a little bit of malice in that voice? And there never is. There really never is.
So what is that I'm hearing, if not malice?
It's simply